War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name? I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do? Got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties. surprised anybody'd want to tangle with you. Heck, you could go deathclaw hunting with a switch. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn a-dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say dog. House. Night. Bandit. Light. Mother. Okay, now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how... First one, conflict just ain't in my nature. I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention. I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problem. Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see. Okay. How about this one? Last one. Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you. Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Was my wife's. I think she was about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Howdy. Hey there. Hey there.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete... The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just... Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now... Nah. Means I poked through old... Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of the... Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job. The Legion's got its strength. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight. The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folk... Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here. What in tarnation?
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done. Meet me outside. Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the side. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It should... Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give them hell. See? There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me. Oh, that's it. Confound it, Cheyenne. Why'd you have to go running in like that? You were supposed to stay. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to see me like this. I'm not gonna be very good company right now. I did have another thing to teach. But I'll understand if you'd rather I just pay you so you could be on your way. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? All right, then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want... Cheyenne, See the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? That's the right idea. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. Hear that up on the ridge behind me? See? Shouldn't... Come on! Holy moly. If you hadn't come here... I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. Now that was some good work. Even got... Here's a little spending. One more thing I wanted to... Thought I might teach you about living off... All right, then. Let me think. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get... Let me see what you got. All right now, we're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients, and sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or... Well, I hope... I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forget. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and... What do you... Yeah.
Hello. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want to... About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men out. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually... He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for... Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of... was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make... You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten... If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even... Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad. And they've got a... Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here... Got a special discount for you, after what you done. Not much, other than there were a bunch of freeloaders who expected it. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shush. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about... Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Be...
Hey!
Bad. Well... The...
That's close enough. Sorry about the gun. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no... We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in... I was thinking of myself, actually. Who's gonna watch? Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here. So what's going on?